I suppose you could say I'm hoist by my own petard here. So yesterday, I don't know if I mentioned this, but Chuan and James are in Flagstaff, which is, I don't know, 150, 180 miles north of here for the state chess championship. And so that's left Michelle and I and the dogs, who are not still, exactly getting along. They're not violent, but they're not gelling as a team. And so Irene has been doting attention on the puppy, probably a whole lot more than puppy should for harmony with Ollie. But anyway, he has, I've mentioned taking a crap in my office a couple of times, but he's pretty good about when we let him out. If he has to go poo, to go around to the side of the house by the bedrooms. We've got a little small yard over there. And a small yard which has no purpose whatsoever, just there. So, I'm getting a little more confident, but I'm still keeping him out of my office. Well, this morning, I got up, I let Ollie out, and they're caged at night. We're kennel trained, and fed him. And then I let Bumper out, and I took him around the front, and I gave him a chance to do his stuff, and then came back and fed him. And he was in the kitchen, and just fine. It wasn't time to take him out to see if he was ready to go again. And I thought, there's a thing on my desk in my office that I want. So I went into my desk in my office, and I grabbed it. And when I opened the door, Bumper came in with me, and I thought, there's no harm in that, because I'm standing right here. He's not about to take a crap on my floor, which was a false statement. So as he hunkered down and started to look like he was going to poo, I yelled no at him, and I grabbed him, and I ran out the back door, and they're fighting at my feet. That's what this grimace is about. I ran out the back door, and Ollie was there, and he's like, he's excited, and he's trying to jump up, and he hits the door and closes it, and I run over here, and the dog's got a poo hanging out of his rear end, and I get him over to some dirt, just in time, holding Ollie back by his collar, because he's like, wow, poo, I want to play with that, and a dog, yay. So I'm not having a good experience there doing this, and anyway, we get through it, and I turn around and I'll look at that door, and I think to myself, that door's locked, isn't it? And sure enough, it's locked, and I'm trapped in the backyard. And when I say I'm trapped in the backyard, I mean I'm trapped in the backyard. There's no way out of this backyard without climbing a 6-foot fence to get out, which, I can climb a 6-foot fence. I'm not sure I want to jump back down the other side, and only a very small, either go into somebody else's yard or go out this very, very small spot, which below me are mirrors propped up on the wall, so if I jump down on them, I'd break myself, break them, hurt myself, so not a good solution. So I'm shouting through the door. It's a screen door. I'm shouting through the door for Michelle. Now, here's where the part where you're hoist by your own petard. Because they're out of town last night, Michelle and I watched Alien. And, I checked with Michelle first, and I said, do you want to watch this? It might be a little scary. And she's like, yeah, I'm fine. And so we watched it, and at the end of it, she's like, no, it wasn't scary at all. Of course, at midnight, when she's still wide awake, seeing, it's a little more scary than I thought it was. And so she's not awake. Not that she's an early riser anyway, but she's totally not awake. And I'm I'm screaming through the back door at her. I don't have my phone on me because I'm dressed like this. That's a lie. I wasn't wearing these sandals. I was barefoot too. So I was barefoot. I was wearing nothing more than workout shorts and no phone, no nothing. No way to call, no way to anything. Nothing. So I'm screaming through the door, I'm pounding on the windows, but I'm on the wrong side of the house. Michelle doesn't hear me. And I'm stuck. I'm absolutely stuck at the time. For an hour. I was stuck for an hour. I finally gave up. Now, at one point, I was over here at this door, looking through at my little mini desk where my phone is sitting, and I'm trying to shout at Siri to see if I can get Siri to respond, but the double pane glass has got very good sound insulation, and so no, I couldn't trigger a Hey Siri, and because I figured I could send a text message to Michelle, and that didn't work. So I finally had to take a hammer and knock down part of my wall so I could get out of the backyard, so I could go around to the front door to ring the doorbell. And even that didn't really wake Michelle up. I guess it started to, but she didn't. Of course, she's like, doesn't answer the doorbell. So I rang out a few times, and then I trekked around to the side yard, which, as I said, is not used, so it's filled with. You wouldn't want to go there without your shoes on, but of course I didn't have my shoes on. So I got around to that and pounded on her window until she responded, and then I got back in the house. But yeah, not a good start to the morning.